Yeah, I've always been involved in voluntary work in my community, and it just evolved from there really. I suppose I got involved with my local political party and got involved in debates and talking about how decisions are made, and felt I could contribute a bit more, and I stood as a councillor.
Things were happening in the town that I wasn't completely happy with, and I thought that something better should be done, and somebody said to me, stop moaning about it, why don't you become a councillor and do something about it? So I did, and that was about 2005.
I decided to become a councillor because although I was volunteering and very active in my community, you start to realise that it's no good keep knocking the council and politicians and MPs, all the rest of it. You can make a bigger difference if you're within an organisation rather than on the outside. I think also you get to the stage where you want to make a difference, but you need a bigger stage to actually do it on. And being a councillor, you get to meet all sorts of people from all sorts of organisations and agencies that can help you achieve the aims for your community where you want to make a difference.
Favourite thing about being a councillor, I suppose, is just is going out and talking to people and listening to what they've got to say, and then using that information in the council and in committees, hoping that we reach the right conclusions and right decisions.
The thing about being a councillor is actually getting things done. You get people come to you with all sorts of issues and problems, and it's really gratifying when you can actually sort them out and they walk away feeling very satisfied with what you've done for them. There's no better feeling in my book.
A typical day tomorrow, for instance, in the morning, I've got a meeting in Edwardstowe to talk about creating a mining memorial for the recently closed Salisbury Colliery. Just straight after that, I'll be able to see a senior officer to talk about leisure, the expansion of leisure facilities in our part of the district. Beyond that, I've got a meeting with the corporate management team, and on the way home from Newark, I'll be calling at Ollerton to look at the Ollerton and Booton regeneration study.
What day look like? Well, it's changed quite substantially lately, becoming the deputy leader of the district council, so I spend quite a lot of time here now. Also, I'm on 3 councils, so anything that comes in for the town, district or county, I can then deal with. So it just depends really. One of the good things is no day the same, so you just deal with what comes in front of you.
So the problems can be quite different, but people basically all want the same things wherever they live. They want to have good housing, they want to educate their children, they want jobs, they want to be able to care for themselves. So it doesn't change that much. Councillors are there to provide them with a voice when those things aren't working quite the way they want them to. And that's our role. At Newark and Sherwood, I'm on the planning committee, leisure and environment, licensing and general purposes, and some other more obscure things. But they are all to enrich our residents' lives one way or another. And although I'm not on other committees, it's a very good idea to be partly involved, or at least keep up to speed with what they're doing, because all of the things that the council do affect everything. They're all interlinked, and so it's good to understand everything that they're doing. So on an average day, you take calls from residents and try to sort their problems out, and on a bigger scheme, you're trying to look into the future and how to improve things now and for the future.
Again, that depends. Quite a lot of time actually. I normally come in about 3 days a week, but mainly that's because I'm the deputy leader and I like to be available should anybody need to ask me a question in which direction we're taking, or can they get on with something. But really, as a councillor, it's down to you. You put in as much effort as you wish. The whole thing is though, if you want to be re-elected, which hopefully you will, that's why you're being a councillor, so you can help people, then the more effort you put in, the more time you put in, the more chance you are of continuing to be a councillor.
I work part-time, so I work 3 days a week, which is useful because I do spend about 25 hours a week in my council business. I'm a parish councillor as well, so some of that's parish council work. But yeah, roughly 25 hours a week. Not all councillors spend that much time. Not all councillors can afford to spend that time, so I'm looking in that regard.